Hi guys, initially I watched a whole bunch of videos on different types of Andriod head decks and recently purchased the Ownice C500 for my wife's RAV4, as you can see here in the video. I think I spent around $700 with the kit and the head deck, and I purchased the head deck from gearbest.com. So this is the Chrysler 300, and this is the kind of thing I'm trying to avoid because I have to use Google Maps because this unit that comes with the Chrysler 300C 2010 model only plays MP3s, the navigator, like the maps are outdated and stuff. At least with the Andriod unit you can play studio quality audio in WAV or FLAC file. You can put everything on the SD card. It's got Google Maps built in. The other thing I listen to is like podcasts and music and audio books and all those sorts of things. So yeah, you look at all the cabling crap around the steering wheel and stuff. So from my understanding, if this all goes wrong and I have to put it back in, I read online on the forums that you don't need a key unless you're putting it in something else. But just as a precaution, I've taken a photo of the details just in case. So here's the new stereo with the wiring loom, and head unit which goes that way. And I bought Stinger. I don't know what the model is. That's the pack for a Chrysler 300C, and it includes antenna adapter thingy and should have pulled all this out, plastic mounts, because this new head unit is slightly smaller than the original Chrysler one. Now, you do get some instructions. That's the wiring diagram for the Ownice C500, of which I've put one in my better half's RAV4. But of course, with her car, it was just the speaker wires. But my car has all these wonderful buttons on the steering wheel and something known as a CAN bus, C-A-N bus, computer interface. Now, the really awesome fun bit about this is that it says that this plug that goes in here with the other blue wire in it is supposed to plug into the back of the head unit there. But you will notice on the back of this head unit, no such beastie does exist. So from a bit of research on the interweb, my understanding is that they say just buy a socket and connect up these two cables, which is key 1 and key 2, to that one and that one. I don't want to run out and buy a socket, and I think that's pretty dodgy. So I'm going to cut the cable and figure out which wires are which.
I know. Okay.
So this is a 12 volt test light because I couldn't find my multimeter, and I'm looking for a damn blue battery that I had 2 seconds ago, which is that mongrel. And I found that in the cupboard, and I don't know how many volts it is, but as long as it's enough to make the light go, right? So let's just see. Maybe that way. Yes, we have a dim glow of a light. So to find out which wire is attached to this, this and this, my gut feeling tells me that this unshielded bit is going to be this. Might test that first actually. I don't want it to be, I just want it to be the red and white one for a nice clean install. Damn. Okay, so one of the wires is that one, and I reckon the tip is probably the red one. It's going to be hard to make that. Maybe do that. It's so tiny, it's nearly impossible to get that to touch on there. Yeah, that was my gut feeling. So let's just see if the middle one is the white one. It probably should be. Yeah, okay, so we connect this and this. We don't use that, so we obviously do it on this end. That was just to detect which one is which here. So the outer shielding is one resistance wire. We've got the CAN bus. What's that? Focusing. And these are the steering wheel controls. Previously the 3.5mm jack has been removed, and we're going to be using the red one and the ground wire for the resistance load. This is for steering wheel controls. And there's the Chrysler end. So this is where we've got to wire up the speakers onto this. So I'm just going to go ahead and start tinning the wires with the soldering iron. This might be slightly difficult one-handed. I'll come back in a minute. I've tinned up all the wiring. Everything here is labelled, so that makes that pretty straightforward. There's a few things that probably won't be required. Two things that stand out is this break-in wire should be grounded if you want to use video while driving, otherwise you won't be able to access video functions. Have a couple of things. Okay, so that's the Ownice head deck plug, and this is the Chrysler kit plug. There's a couple of navigation wires here that won't be required because Ownice is an Android device, much like an Android phone. I've tinned up everything here. The other thing you have to do is, if your stereo is not listed in the instructions, is to get a small screwdriver and set that dial to 7. All the wiring is here. Let's go. The key's got to be there. I got to get it out of park. Put it in neutral. Can I win? I'm gonna have to put up with this shit all day long. Really? Before I pop it back in. Pull the ashtray out. Okay, that looks promising. Shut the door. Disconnect the seat heaters. Oh, you mongrel. Where are you? So you just get under here and pull that, work around. Alright, so that's all loose. And shove this back in park and kill it. Give me a fucking headache. Alright, so you just, there's little plugs that you've got to just disconnect behind there. Sorry about the quality of the video, but if you're just gentle and you feel around, you'll be able to find that most of the clippy things are at the bottom to pull this stuff off. Okay, so it was best to unplug the controls at the back of that one first, because they were on top, and then when you've got it up in the air, the clock plug and stuff is better. Okay, so now we're down to bones, and it's just 4 screws, and we have to determine which plug fits into the car side, because Stinger shipped actually 2 different ones. The other thing that's going to be a bit of a headache, and I found this at the RAV4 as well, that this guy is a bit of a tight fit, or a little bit too big for the fascia. And I don't really want to hack up the Chrysler part, because it probably costs more than the actual head deck, but a bit of a gap is not going to worry me too much. But we'll either shave it off the stereo or off the fascia, or both.
Okay, yeah.
That's our finished wiring loom. Remember, in the kit you'll get 2 different ones of this, depending if it's Jeep or Chrysler 300, I believe. So this is the ones that came off the back. That is the old GPS antenna. This cable down here the kit comes with an adapter to take it down to the old school antenna, which will go in here. So that's that one. They're around the right way. So that's Chrysler end attached. We put the GPS antennas through, or that's one of the 3G. That one, I put silver paint on, is GPS, which is a square antenna. And I've hidden them in here. That's the GPS one I've got to stick on yet. And that's the other 4G, and it's hidden in the panel. Okay, we had to, I put Loctite on there. Don't put Loctite on there because it eats through this plastic in the kit mount for some reason. We had to grind a bit off the sides there and off the bottom to get it close to fitting right. I don't know if it's going to be 100%, but it'll look good when I'm done with it. So let's go ahead and get everything plugged in. So that's the only one you're going to need unless you've got some sort of aftermarket amp. There are a bunch of other cables, they're not used. So get this red thing off. Oh, they come off. A little red condom. So I marked that with GPS on it. Have a USB connected to one of these. It's just that. I'll get there in a minute because it's not long enough. In my better half's RAV4 we did plug a mic in. It doesn't seem to work, so I'm not worrying about it. That's Wi-Fi. You can run it without a SIM card, but I have a deal with my service provider where I get a free data SIM. So with the free data SIM, I'll put that in. It's a pretty long unit, which is a bit of an issue. I don't know if I should tighten it with the spinner. I think that'd be okay. Right. Trying to cram all this stuff back in. My God. Anyway. We just heave it all in and hope for the best. USB, doesn't matter, pick one. Yeah, you won't lose that because that's the clock and stuff. Man, I don't know where to shovel the wires. Shove it down the side. Wants to eat those ones. Right, I think we're there. It's a squishy fit, but I think we're there. I'm not sure, there seems to be something on the bottom of it. Give me grief. Shove it in the hole. We did have to cut out part of the dashboard. Having a decent Dremel is a good idea. Okay. You're going to need some screws that look like that. So you need to run the cables for, yep, the GPS and 4G. So I've hidden them in here. This is, you just pull the rubber down, pull this rubber out, and then gently prise this. Pull the rubber out, gently prise this. Then you can get in here. You have to drop the dashboard, which you have to push these things in like this, and the other little cable is like a button that sits in there. I don't know if you can see that. I've run a USB cable that will end up in the dashboard, which also connects to the back of the wiring harness. So just go into the settings for the steering wheel control. Here's the steering wheel buttons. To make it go, you select one. And I'm not going to do it now because I've already set it. So you touch one and it will flash, and then you go to the appropriate button that you wish to assign to volume up, which was this, and you hold it, and then it will stop flashing over here, and that means it's programmed. It was so simple. Down for down, I've assigned these ones as forward and back. The music note button is the mute button, and stop play is the play button up here. So it all works. Should be able to push play here and see what happens, because I had a Bluetooth song going. I might have to actually get out of this for it to go. Push home, Bluetooth music.
Never made it ever.
It's getting confused with the other phone here, but maybe push
And
it.
everywhere, get a little zephyr. No matter what you smoke, you never get as high as me. It's like a fat fuck you when he's not your feet. My big boo.
See the volume down's working, volume up is working, mute works, all works. So there it is, it's all in and working. It's a bit of a tight fit along here, but hey, it looks alright, and to the untrained eye, they're probably not going to peek it unless they're a hi-fi install person. So yeah, everything works, and the heaters and the everything goes, so I'm pretty pleased. Good luck on your mission. So the stereo was got from gearbest.com, and I'll put a link in the video below for the guy that I ordered the kit from. Not real happy about these brackets. They're very brittle. Even when we were putting the 4 screws that go in behind there, just like a little bit too much tension was enough to crack the bracket. Yeah, not happy about that, but hey, look, it's in and it goes. Good luck on your mission. Bye.